No prisoners. Company policy.
Hey guys, welcome to the video. I'm going to be going over my computer setup today. One thing you're going to notice is there's a lot of RGB lighting. I'm a really big fan of RGB lighting. Specifically love Razer. You know, there's other good brands as well. There's Corsair, MSI, Asus. Those are all really great brands. But my favorite brand is, personally, I like Razer. So I know a lot of people say it's a little bit pricey and, you know, it's kind of a rip-off. I've heard it's a cult, I've heard all sorts of things, but hey, what can I say? I'm a fan. I'm gonna take you piece by piece. I'll let you know what price I paid for it. If you have any questions or if you want to see more content like this, let me know down in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Alright guys, so I'm just gonna go through each component and tell you what I have. I'll put the current price of what it's going for now up in the right hand corner. So if you guys want to purchase it or have more questions about it, you can ask me and I'll try my best. So the first biggest piece that I have is obviously the monitor. This is a Samsung ultra widescreen monitor. It has a max resolution of 3840 by 1080. It's not a 4K or 2K monitor, but it has a great refresh rate. It has a max refresh rate of 144 Hertz, which makes everything look really smooth, especially in gaming, shooter games. It looks really great and actually helps a lot. The keyboard that I'm using is the Razer Huntsman Elite. It's really nice. It looks great. It's a chroma RGB keyboard, which basically means that you can program each individual key to light up at a specific color. So if you want to play a certain game and you only want to use certain keys, you can actually just have those keys light up, the ones that you use for the game. So it helps you a lot. You know, it's a lot of things are going on and you need to really find a key and you know, initiate an action. The keyboard does come with the wrist pad, which also has RGB surrounding it. So it's a really great keyboard. It also has a volume control on the top right corner. It has play and pause. It has skip to next track, previous track. The mouse that I'm using is a Razer Basilisk wireless optical mouse. It actually recently came out. They redid it and it looks great. It's very comfortable, great for big hands. It has the docking station, so you can charge the mouse every time you're not using it. It charges it fairly quickly, and the battery usually lasts around 6 hours. For me, it's great. The headset I'm using for games is the Razer Narí Ultimate. It's a great headset. The only thing that I don't like about it is the microphone on it. It's a little weak. It's not the best microphone. I am using a different mic now, which I'll go into in a minute. But the headset, the great things about the headset that I like is it does have really great sound quality. It is THX certified, so it does give you that nice digital full sound that you look for in games and movies. It also has haptic feedback, which is really great. So if you're playing a game and there's a helicopter roaming over you, you're gonna feel the vibrations in your ears, and it really brings the game to life. Really cool. The stand that I'm using is also Razer, as you could have guessed. Pretty basic stand. It has RGB lighting as well. It does have 3 USB ports in the front, so that really helps for, you know, quick connectivity, any wireless adapters, any wireless devices in general. It's a really great headset and looks great with this setup. The speakers that I'm using the Razer soundbar. It's called the Razer Leviathan. It's a 5.1 soundbar with a subwoofer. It does have digital audio, so I'm using an optical cable which is connected to my computer. Obviously, it sounds really great, very loud, has a very deep bass. I also have a mouse pad, which, as you can see, it covers up almost the whole desk, and it's really great. Makes the desk look great with the RGB lighting. It also has some space for other stuff. If you have like an external hard drive, or if you have something that you maybe don't want to get damaged, you can put it on the mouse pad, and you know, it will ensure its safety. Moving right along, I have the Razer Seiren microphone. It's the X version. So I haven't really used it too much, to be honest. So far, it's really improved the microphone quality over the one on the headset. Razer webcam called the Razer Kaio, I think it's pronounced. It's full HD 1080p USB webcam. It does have a nice light around it, so it does give you a nicer display when you're streaming games or doing any kind of video conferencing. Puts a little bit more light around you, so it makes the image look better and sharper. The camera looks great. It shoots at 60 frames per second, so the video is very smooth. It's overall a really great camera. So I'm gonna go ahead and quickly go over my computer components. Starting with the motherboard, it's an MSI motherboard. It's full ATX, which means it pretty much takes the entire surface area of the inside of the case, as you can see. And what I love about this motherboard is it has built-in Wi-Fi, so there are antennas in the back that are connected to my router, so I didn't have to go ahead and buy an additional wireless adapter. So I like how, you know, everything is built in and everything works great. The motherboard does have 2 M.2 hard drive slots, so I'm using one of them right now for my 970 EVO Plus, which is 1 terabyte. It's made by Samsung. It's really fast, and it's really space conscious, so I didn't have to worry about providing any power or any additional cables, so I'm very happy with it. The CPU I'm using is an Intel Core i9. It's a 3.6 gigahertz processor by default. I do have it overclocked to 4.0 gigahertz, so it's really fast, and it's great for pretty much any kind of gaming or video editing or pretty much anything in general. The memory that I'm using is Corsair 32 gigabytes DDR4. It's obviously RGB, looks great with the whole setup. The graphics card I'm using is the EVGA Geforce RTX 2080 Ti, which is probably the most expensive component that I have. CPU cooler I'm using is the Corsair H100i. It's also RGB, and one of the things that I had an issue with was, for this particular case, I couldn't mount both fans on the heatsink because the memory is so tall that it blocks the fan placement. So I had to put one of the fans in the back of the case, so I have that as an exhaust fan, and I was able to use the other fan on the heatsink. So far, I haven't had any cooling issues. I have everything running in the 30-degree range, so everything is cooling properly. This case does have 3 fans in the front as well, so I think I have enough air movement where I don't ever have to worry about any heating issues. And other than that, so my power supply that I'm using it's Corsair. It's a Corsair 650 watt, fully modular power supply. Definitely enough power for everything that I have here. The phone I'm using is, yep, you guessed it, it's a Razer phone. It's a second generation phone that they've made. As far as I know, they implemented wireless charging in the second generation Razer phone. So it's really, really great since a lot of people nowadays are mainly using wireless charging. It is a rapid charger, so I can charge the phone in pretty much under an hour if it's on 1% battery. So it's very, very useful for that. As you can see, it does have chroma lighting as well. So when it's charging, it does illuminate with those multicolors, as you can see. And then it also has other notification lights as well. The phone is really great. It's obviously a gaming phone primarily. It has a 120 Hz refresh rate, which makes everything look really smooth. Personally, I love the phone. The only complaint that I can say is when you're typing on it, it does tend to mistype certain keys. So you might want to keep that in mind if you're planning on getting this phone. Other than that, the display looks great, the colors pop, and games look great. I played Call of Duty mobile version, played Clash of Clans, and you know, just little popular games like that. So one cool thing about my desk that I love is it is a standing desk, so it does move up and down if you get tired of sitting for long periods of time and you want to just stand, you know, stretch your muscles or you know, just stand up straight for a while. This desk does move up and down. It does have preset controls, so depending on your height, you want to make sure that the desk is high enough when you're standing up and high enough when you're sitting down. So I'm going to show you real quick what it looks like when it moves up. So I have this preset to my height, which is 6'1". So I'm going to hit the number 1, and it's just going to slowly rise up. You can actually stop it from moving up by hitting the button again if a cable gets stuck or something like that. There are other features that are, you know, safety minded. So I'm going to go ahead and lower it again. Please mind the cable management, I do have to redo that. So there it is when it's lowered. So there it is, guys, that is my setup. If you like this video, please like it. Subscribe if you want to see more content. A little background about myself: I've been in IT for over 10 years. I have built computers ever since I was 18. I love building computers. I have a passion for it. This computer by far is anything that I ever dreamed of building. So I'm really, really proud of it. So once again, guys, thank you so much for watching, and feel free to leave a comment below. If you see something that maybe you're thinking of buying or you want to know more of, just let me know. Thanks a lot for watching, and take care, guys.